Now, let me make this clear. I do not think that Dave Gettleman is a bad guy, but we gotta keep in mind that this man, despite all his good intentions, was literally the worst GM in sports history. You can't write it worse than this. It's ridiculous. And I've seen other GMs do terrible, but they start off with a team that's bad. Okay, Dave Gettleman essentially inherited a team that was just a year or season removed from being in the playoffs. Yeah, they had an aging Eli Manning, but this team had pieces that was only maybe a few pieces away from making it to the playoffs. I've said this before, and I say it many times since his first damn NFL draft. All right? People want to mock the Saquon Barkley pick. That was the best pick, the best decision he's ever made as GM of the New York Football Giants. The worst decision that he did not make was the one that he should have made. And I've said this before. People want to talk about, oh, Bill Belichick, maybe he should have taken Lamar Jackson. Fuck that. The Giants were sitting at 34. I don't forget the night like it was yesterday. I mean, the man is slipping through the mid-20s. Okay? And this is me going a little rant, but dude could be available at pick number 31. He went to pick number 32 overall to the Ravens when they traded up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Something that Dave should have done, but he didn't do. And a simple call to Bill Belichick to work things out. I mean, the Giants wouldn't be in this mess in the first place. Lamar Jackson, they would have had the person to pass the torch to from Eli to... I mean, it would have been such a smooth transition. I mean, smoother than the transition the Packers had going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, or going from Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck. It doesn't matter. Anyways, my point is, he done screwed up the franchise for, he held them back for at least half a decade, if not the whole decade. I mean, they're 10 years back from where they're supposed to be. And while Lamar could be watching this and be like, well, I'm glad I never went to them in the first place, hold the horses. All right. I mentioned in that same draft class, guys I wanted. I didn't say it in the video, but this was me kind of keeping notes. Guys I wanted. First round, I wanted Saquon at 2, 100%. All right. I wanted them to trade up from 34, maybe to get in the first round to see if Lamar Jackson is available. Get that late first round value deal, which it was there. I didn't think he was going to slip that far. And when he did, I was like, please, Dave, make that move. Don't be so comfortable. This is the perfect time to take a young quarterback. Let him learn behind Eli Manning. He eventually did with Joe Flacco, but afterwards, he wrote history. But I also wanted Orlando Brown, who was in the third round. I had him as a third round grade, and I wanted him. Didn't go that route. Now, obviously, he took, who's playing for the Cincinnati Bengals right now. But it's just stupid things that Dave Gettleman did. And the right decisions that he didn't make is what screwed him over. You take Lamar Jackson, it's like a domino effect of all the bad decisions he made. You don't go and reach for a quarterback in the following draft. You take Josh Allen when he's there, or if anything, you might not even take him at all, because with how Lamar could have impacted the 2018 season as a rookie, they could be picking higher. But I digress. All right? The Giants wouldn't have to go through the losing seasons that they did if it was just for that one decision to trade up and go for a quarterback that was available. It all starts there. Y'all don't get it. Domino effect falls on later. Because if you make the right decisions, you don't do the dumb things that you do. The right smart move, you trade up in the first round for a franchise quarterback. There's no excuse to tell me that you don't believe in Lamar Jackson. That's ridiculous. Don't defend that decision. All right? Or don't defend him not making a decision because he went in the next following draft and decided to reach on a quarterback anyways. A quarterback who wasn't worth reaching for. I'm putting it right there, Daniel Jones. It is what it is, but you was just not the guy that they needed. New York is a hungry market. They needed someone who was ready to be flashy, boom, bah, everything. If you're going to take an underdeveloped quarterback, you might as well take someone as special and talented as Lamar Jackson, who was taking Louisville. I mean, a college that's more known for its basketball program than it is football. And he made it, you know what I mean, on national media coverage. So it's like, you got to be smart like that as a GM. And you pass up on an opportunity like that where flipping up 3 draft picks. I mean, what is Bill Belichick going to ask the most for? What, a third, a fourth round pick, maybe a future 5th round pick next year? I mean, come on. He's going to do the Giants a favor. Okay? And, you do this, and the next thing you know, you never have to feel like you have to be in rebuild phase because you just basically went like, whoop. You know what I mean? It's like a little swing pendulum. It's like you went from where you thought you were going to fall into the cliff, grabbed a rope, swung yourself to the other side. Immediately, it would have been such a smooth transition from the Eli Manning era to the Lamar Jackson era. End of discussion. All right? But before y'all want to take my shit out of context and think it's all about one missed pick, it's like it goes more than that. Like I said, it's a domino effect. Lamar Jackson being there, more than likely, you know what I mean, he's going to, just because he's a down-to-earth cat, would gel with Odell, you know what I mean? He would have definitely vouched for Odell to stay in New York. He would have got that extension anyways, but this time, you don't trade him. Which, in my opinion, was the second worst decision Dave Gettleman has ever made. Because, like I said, I'm not going to include Daniel Jones selecting him because you would have never selected him in the first place if he would have corrected your biggest mistake as GM of football, New York Football Giants, and would have taken Lamar Jackson to trade up for him. It would have never happened. That's how I see it. Like I said, domino effect. And you could say the same thing could apply with Odell, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, why you trade him? This is a problem when fans want to act that like they're entitled, or certain people's heads want to act like they're entitled. You don't know what you got. You don't realize how worse it could get until it actually does get worse. You sign into a big contract, right? And you end up down the road after you trade him, feed a heftier contract to 2 other underwhelming receivers who aren't even on his level. What does Odell do? He goes to Cleveland, goes through some bullshit drama, rightfully gets released, and goes to a team where he could flourish his talents. I hate to say it, but you know what I mean. But at the same time, I was happy to see him really ball. Like I said, I didn't like the team he chose to go to, but to see him ball, it was like, it was definitely bittersweet for me. But either way, it proves the fact that, the man can ball. He still has the ability to do what he's got to do. It's just, it was really the quarterback situation. Everyone knows at this point what it is now with Baker Mayfield. But anyways, it's a damn shame, too. He looks so good in his Oklahoma tapes. But either way, my point getting back to it is, maybe that's what Carolina got to do. Carolina got to run an offense similar to what they did in Oklahoma. Maybe then Baker will succeed again. But either way, I digress. And my apologies. I think I'm still recovering from a flu, so like, I'm going to sound different. But either way, you never have to worry about finding a top gun receiver in the first place if you would have kept the one that you already have. But like I said, y'all gotten too entitled. Fans would have said, oh, he's a cancer, let him go. You don't know shit about what a cancer is. Have you talked to Pittsburgh? Have you seen Odell do anything remotely close to what Antonio Brown did with not 1, not 2, but 3 teams? You know what I mean? Like, and y'all want to call Odell toxic. That's funny. And they still do now. Like, shut the fuck up about the kicking net. Shut the hell up. Y'all are idiots. Morons. Like, what are you guys talking about? You guys like to pin that Josh Norman incident on his head all over again and again and again. Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore for the third time are tossing fights, and y'all don't want to make a big deal about it. Yeah, I know it's a media market, you fucking dumbass, before you try to be a smartass and say that in the comment section. I already fucking know. But my point is to show you don't know what you got is good until you don't got it no more. And even when you don't got it, you still ungrateful fucks don't even realize we didn't win that much games with us. Idiots. He was the reason why we had a chance to win in the first place. We had rosters that were just as bad. Maybe not as bad as how it is now, but still. Like, he put hope on that franchise, man. Like, he made every Sunday watchable fun. Why? Because he was explosive. But do you think he was just explosive because he was explosive? Nah, he wanted to win. He was going to do everything he can to contribute to a win. Unfortunately, we had some shitty defense era, and Eli can only do so much. Obviously, he's limited as a athletic quarterback, but he's one hell of a passer. He's going to be able to fit that ball in, precision pass, and that's what he had with Odell. Still the best quarterback he's played with so far. You know what I mean? I told y'all about Fraudford, man. Fraudford was going to show up just in the nick of time. Y'all want to pin that on Detroit, huh? Y'all ain't even learned from Cincy yet. It ain't the fucking franchise. It's the fucking quarterback. But okay. But no, I think it's funny. You trade Odell, and then, like I said, you get two undermining receivers to try to replace him, quotation mark. Pay each one of them more money, and they're doing a lot less with more hit to a cap than Odell did, who, despite him getting injured, had a damn decent 2018 season. I mean, it's that one season alone is better than anything that Kenny Golladay and Golden Tate have done combined, with how many games combined that they played for the New York Football Giants. And y'all want to really, it's like, and you got the nerves on Twitter to say, oh, you know what? And then some people are like, nah, now it's time for really to say, bring Odell back. It's like, bitch, that's been since day one. Since day one. It was a mistake since the day they traded him. Gettleman specifically. Back to the worst GM in sports history, period. Kiss my ass. I don't care what market you from you want to tell me. Dave Gettleman was single-handedly. And it's not because he was dumb. All right? Man had 30 years of experience in the NFL. That's the thing. Y'all don't get it. Some guys come in, they're either young, they're immature, or they're not good at it. Dave Gettleman had 30 years to grow with the sport. He knew what he was talking about. I mean, on the mic, he said what he was, but it's all sounded good. He just was talking, but he didn't deliver. He didn't walk it. You feel me? Not saying that maybe he didn't try. It's just sometimes you don't see things right. Maybe because he felt it could be the lack of confidence, if anything. I mean, he saw how he was sweating about Josh Allen and Daniel Jones. It's like, you shouldn't be sweating like that in the first place. Unless you knew you made a mistake the year prior by not going up to trade for Lamar Jackson, because he decided, I'll sit back at 34. If he comes to me, I'll play the draft. I'll play the draft by the draft. And when it didn't go your way and the Eagles decided to screw you over and give Lamar to the Ravens, that's when you want to go, I got to take a quarterback now, like panic mode. Like, really? And I want to make this clear right now. I'm not here trying to roast Dave Gettleman any more than he deserves to get roasted for his bad decisions and all that. But, look, man, he had to go a long time ago. To me, Louis Riddick should have been the pick. I have no doubt if Louis was in that position, he would have taken Saquon at 2, and then seeing Lamar Jackson slip, he's going to call Bill Belichick and talk to him about trading up and getting Lamar Jackson. So you could say single-handedly, John Mara and Steve Tisch, by trying to go with a familiar face, screwed the franchise over and set them back 7-8 years. You can call it the Tom Coughlin karma. But either way, it just sucks because, like I said, even a monkey could have known that Saquon Barkley was the guy at 2. It's just the talent around him. You saw what happened after his rookie year. He hasn't had a season to replicate that since his rookie year. You don't realize how good talent needs to be around you. The Kansas City Chiefs are learning too, by the way, right now. They thought it was a good idea to trade at Tyreek Hill. It's like, yeah, you should have paid the man. I mean, no questions and if or about. It's not like he's going to be available to play in the NFL in its prime for like the next 4, 5, 6 years. And people will say, oh, they got the most out. No. You keep the guy that was making your offense work in the first place. This is the man that took you to 2 Super Bowls. All right. I'm not saying like he's the man, but he was there. He was the guy that contributed. He was the guy that opened things up in the middle for Kelsey. And Kelsey's still doing his thing. But you tell me the other receivers are. What do you think is going to happen? Thank God for them, Clyde's head, Edwards-Helaire is actually starting to really connect. But other than that, when they had no running game whatsoever, I mean, think about it. You don't think they're gonna triple team Kelsey and try to limit him, and then they expect them receivers to be in one-on-one coverage? They didn't do that because they had to worry about Tyreek Hill, and because the safeties played so bad, Kelsey could just kill him in the middle, and then they have to come a little closer, and then boom, Hill would burn him. Like, it was a 1-2 punch. That's all you ever needed. And if the Chiefs were smart, Patrick Mahomes would have everything to work for his 10-year contract. It's, like I said, it doesn't make sense. You don't understand. You don't just immediately replace it like as if it's like grocery stocks. You don't replace Tyreek Hill like he's a bottle of Gatorade. Like, boom, here's another bottle of Gatorade. No. When you got a generational talent, you don't trade that away. Ever. The Giants did this, and now they're paying for their mistakes. And now everyone's clamoring for Odell to come back. And some of them are like, oh, he might not be the same. It's like, did you not see what he did with the Rams last season? If anything, that's how I was able to somewhat stomach that idea that the Hollywood Hams would get away with the win. I mean, like I said, I'd rather see Odell get it as a Giant, if anything. Hell, I'd rather him win it as a Brown than win with a fucking franchise like that. But either way, it is what it is. It happened. Gotta move on. Damn. That's how I feel. That's what I think. It is what it is. But look, at the end of the day, I have no animosity against Dave Gettleman. I think he wholeheartedly thought he was doing the best for the Giants. It just, hindsight, it just wasn't the right decisions to make, And obviously, no one wants to come into a job and sabotage their career like that. I mean, if anything, I feel bad for the guy. If anything, I wish for a position in the future to open up where he could redeem those mistakes and be able to move forward in life again. It sucks, but sometimes it's like, if only you had the right people right there in your corner in the first place, maybe you wouldn't make those types of decisions and all that. But the past is the past. It's oh well. But anytime people want to look back and reflect on what really screwed the Giants, you could say selecting Dave Gettleman over Louis Riddick, could be, or the fact that Dave Gettleman just wasn't making the right moves when he needed to, and because of that was making bad moves because he regret not making those moves in the first place. And if this man is going to go on a podium or mic and say that he never considered Lamar Jackson at all, I would call him a damn liar. I don't care what anyone has to say. To me, it was a crime for him to slip in the first round in the first place. And as a GM, you got to play it like that. At the end of the day, it is what it is. He's a Raven. He's with a city that I think he deserves to be with. And he's going to grow with the Ravens. And that's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful relationship between Lamar and Baltimore. And I think Baltimore will definitely pay the man the money that he deserves. But it's just, you got to look back sometimes. If you're going to look back, look at it right. Look at it from a very nice telescopic view. And when you need to microscope things, you microscope things. But you know what I mean? You gotta look at the bigger picture and be able to pick it apart like that. And once you do, you can see everything clear. So it's not that Dave Gettleman didn't try. It's just sometimes, like I said, when you tunnel vision, you don't see things right. Especially by the first move. The first move you make counts, right? But it's the first mistake that you make that will define whether or not afterwards, if you're fit, if this is really for you or not. Because it's all about how you respond to the mistake. And like I said, his mistake, I'm not even going to put this on Mar and Tish. Like I said, yeah, they hired that guy, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Sometimes people can change and grow and learn. But it's like with Gettleman, it's like, dude, if you really wanted Lamar that night, you should have went after him when you had the chance. Don't play. Don't let a guy slip. A guy that you really wanted, you take him. Because you know he was going to be great for your team. That's it. Just an angry, disgruntled Giants fan speaking my mind off. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe and stay blessed, y'all. Deuces.